Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news, all right. Bills fans, buckle up because there's some serious buzz swirling around the AFC East, and it's got everything to do with a potential blockbuster move that could shake up the division, and more importantly, the Bills' championship ambitions. We're talking about the possibility of the Buffalo Bills making a bold, strategic move to acquire Roquan Smith from the Baltimore Ravens. Now I know what you're thinking, Roquan Smith? That's a name that's been making waves across the league, and if this trade actually happens, it's going to send shockwaves through the NFL, especially in our division. First, let's set the stage. Roquan Smith, the linebacker for the Ravens, has been a key piece of Baltimore's defense. He's known for his explosive reading of plays, his instinctive tackling, and his ability to make game-changing plays all over the field. He's a player that elevates the entire linebacker corps, bringing a level of intensity, leadership, and playmaking that's rare in today's NFL. His stats this season are nothing short of impressive. 52 solo tackles, 28 assists, 80 combined tackles, 15 sacks, 2 interceptions, and 5 pass deflections. According to PFF, he's rated at an elite 89.6, placing him among the top linebackers in the league. What makes this even more enticing for the Bills is Smith's versatility. He's a coverage monster, with a 90% coverage rate, and he excels in both zone and man coverage, allowing him to plug into multiple defensive schemes seamlessly. His EPA per target is 23, which speaks volumes about his ability to disrupt plays and limit yards gained after the catch. His 9 tackles for loss and only 3.8% missed tackles demonstrate a consistency that's coveted in a linebacker. Plus, he's a player who can make plays in the red zone with a 25% share of red zone targets, and he's known for forcing turnovers, 10 interceptions in his career, with some of those coming at critical moments. Now here's where it gets interesting, especially for us Bills fans. The Ravens, sitting at 4-5, are facing some tough questions. Their defense has been solid at times, but they're ceding an average of 25.6 points per game, and their third down defense at just 41.2% leaves a lot to be desired. Baltimore is cap-strapped, with about $13 million in cap space, and they're reportedly focusing on freeing up some of that cap by releasing or trading some of their defensive assets, including edge rushers. The Ravens are also seemingly open to moving on from Smith, especially if it means acquiring some additional cap flexibility and draft capital as they focus on building for the future. From the Bills' perspective, this kind of acquisition could be a game changer. Our linebacker core has been solid but inconsistent at times, and adding a player of Roquan Smith's caliber would instantly elevate our defense. Imagine Smith lining up alongside Matt Milano, creating a formidable duo that opposing offenses would have a hard time attacking. His presence would allow us to be more aggressive in coverage, help us generate more turnovers, and provide that extra edge needed to contain high-powered offenses like the Dolphins and Jets. And speaking of the Dolphins, let's not forget that they've been one of the most explosive offenses this season, with Tua Tagovailoa leading an air raid attack that's second to none. The Bills' defense has been resilient, but they need that extra spark, that game-changing playmaker, to really lock down the division and push toward the postseason. Roquan Smith could be that spark. His ability to read plays instantly and make tackles in the backfield or in coverage can be the difference in tight games, the kind of games that often decide playoff seeding and home field advantage. Now, the trade itself could be a win-win. The Ravens, in a rebuild or at least a retooling phase, could look to offload Smith for a second-round pick in 2026, which is a pretty reasonable price for a player of his talent and impact. The Bills, with a modest cap situation around $3 million in available space, could see this as an investment that pays immediate dividends. It's a move that fits the Bills' current strategy, bolstering the defense, adding a proven playmaker, and making a statement that we're all in this year. But let's not forget the bigger picture here. The Bills have been quietly building a team that's ready to contend, and adding Roquan Smith could be the final piece of the puzzle that puts us over the top. Our defense has been solid, with leaders like Matt Milano anchoring the middle, but Smith's addition would be like adding a turbo boost. His elite coverage skills, combined with his tackling prowess, would allow us to scheme more effectively against the league's best offenses. It would also give us a new dimension of flexibility, letting us switch between different defensive looks depending on the opponent. Plus, the impact on our playoff chances and Super Bowl odds would be significant. Currently, the Bills are sitting with plus 900 odds to win Super Bowl LXI, according to BetMGM, but that could drop dramatically if we land a player like Smith. With his ability to disrupt opposing offenses, force turnovers, and elevate our overall team play, the Bills could see their odds improve to around plus 450 or even lower. That's a huge boost in confidence, and it sends a message to the entire league that the Bills are serious contenders. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL, and such a trade involves risks and uncertainties. The Ravens could decide to hold on to Smith or ask for a higher price, and the Bills would need to make the cap work and ensure the chemistry fits. But all signs point to this being a smart, aggressive move that could define our season. It's about maximizing our window of opportunity, especially with the division getting more competitive every year. And let's not forget the fans. The energy in Orchard Park would skyrocket with a move like this. The anticipation, the hope, the belief that we're doing everything possible to bring another Super Bowl home. The Bills have been on the cusp for a few years now, and with the right additions, including a player like Roquan Smith, we could finally take that leap into true greatness. This is the kind of move that could tip the scales in our favor, especially in tight playoff battles and high-stakes games. So what do you think, Bills Mafia? Are we on the verge of witnessing a historic move that could reshape our team's future? The potential is there, and all eyes are on the front office to see if they pull the trigger. One thing's for sure, the AFC East is more competitive than ever, and if we want to be kings of the division and contenders for the Lombardi Trophy, making bold moves like this could be the key. Bills have always been about resilience, passion, and fighting for every inch. Maybe now, with Smith on board, we have that extra gear to make our Super Bowl dreams a reality. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Roquan Smith can be the missing piece that pushes us over the edge? Are you excited about the idea of the Bills making a bold trade to secure more defensive firepower? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. We love engaging with you, sharing your passion, and building this community of true Bills fans who never give up. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and insider info, so stay tuned for all the latest Buffalo Bills news. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with your support, we're going to ride this wave all the way to the playoffs and beyond. Go Bills!